Welcome to the Six Pack Podcast. I'm your host, Gage.
I'm Caleb.
And here we have...
How's it going, guys? I'm Patrick. Thanks for having me back.
Again.
Again. Again.
Good to have you back, buddy.
Yeah, it's always nice having Patrick here.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is. I thoroughly enjoy being here.
I mean, this is what we would
That's
do
good.
anyway if we weren't recording. We'd be drinking. and
Yeah, I mean,
just-
to be fair, we'd be drinking and talking and just not sharing it with all you beautiful people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's really why we started the podcast. is
We were
because
doing this anyway.
We were
Might
doing
as
this
well.
anyways, and we would have like 5-hour conversations just by ourselves. And I'm like,
Listening to music.
I'm sitting here listening to during the day, listening to Joe Rogan and listening to all these different podcasts that just span with different people. I'm just like, we do this anyways. Why not record it, put it out, and see who listens?
100%.
Even if no one listens, it's still fun to do.
Oh, yeah.
No,
You know.
we actually enjoy doing this.
Like, we'd be
I'll
doing
talk
it anyway.
anyways.
Might as well record it.
Yep.
Eventually, my dream is to have 3-hour episodes. And just so we don't have to cut the conversation short.
Yeah.
So we
I
just
would
keep
love
having
that.
conversation.
That'd be
I would
great.
love that.
Yeah.
So
Because going
if you
off
want to
on a-
hear hour-long conversations,
Yeah, let us know if you want longer
Yeah.
episodes.
I would do
I'd
that
be
in a heartbeat.
absolutely down
I would
for
love to
longer
do that.
episodes.
I feel that for sure.
Yeah,
We can ramble on forever.
I really
we
could.
do it anyway.
Really could. I could ramble about anything.
Well, I've got something you can ramble about.
What about?
This is a question for all three of us. If you could go anywhere in the world for 1 week, money's not an obstacle, where would you go?
I'm torn.
Who wants to take it
I'm not
first?
going to lie. I'm also torn. I mean, I don't mind going. But
I'm
I'm pretty
very
torn.
torn.
I'm pretty torn.
We'll let our guest go.
So, one place that I want to go before I die is Bora Bora. If money's not an option, I would probably choose it just because it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Where's that,
really,
Indonesia?
Yeah,
it's
where's
like
Bora
the
Bora?
middle of nowhere. Like to go to Bora Bora, because I know some people who went on their honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
It's like a 24-hour flight, but there's no airports in Bora Bora, so you land and then take like an 8-hour boat ride
Oh wow.
to
Oh,
Bora
wow.
Bora. Yeah, and it's literally the middle of nowhere,
Wow.
but it's supposed to be gorgeous.
Where's that at?
But actually,
Yeah, pull that up.
We don't have
even
Brandon
that,
here.
That's even not what
Yeah,
I'm picking
Brandon's
though.
not here to pull stuff up on the computer for us, so we got to use our phone.
Yeah. So
like a
when you
pleb.
say money's not an option, it makes me want to go Bora Bora because I just know
Oh,
how
French
expensive it
Polynesia.
is.
So how do you
But-
feel about planes versus boats in that situation? Because, I already hate flying.
Oh, I'd love
Holy
flying.
crap! It's
I
like,
hate
flying.
flying.
so it's in the middle of the Pacific,
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
and it's
yeah, it
south
is.
of Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like literally the middle of nowhere, but it is gorgeous.
I bet.
Wow.
But even with you saying that, I think I still have to go Austria. Like I want to see Austria so bad
Yeah.
that I would still go to Austria.
So my uncle just went to Austria for a business trip. He's a medical rep or whatever, and they had a conference there. And he said it was
Fancy.
absolutely beautiful. He said the landscape was beautiful. They were super polite, and the people themselves were beautiful. He said.
Wow.
That's what
yeah.
he said. Hey, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first. My
Hey,
uncle said the people are beautiful.
I
in
do want to go
Austria.
back to what Patrick said. They do have an airport.
They do have an airport.
They do.
Well, I know
the
you
Bora
can't,
Bora
like-
Airport.
Like if you go, you don't fly in. That's what I'm understand. Like I said, I know one couple,
It's probably just like
When
a,
did-
a
when did
cargo
they
very
go?
one very wealthy couple who went, and it was a 24-hour flight and then a boat ride.
And this is
Get to
Wow.
Bora
this
Bora.
is a full airport.
airport,
That's
yeah.
a
I mean,
I
big
don't know.
airport.
That's a big
That's
Maybe
a big
it's since
strip.
then. It may be since then. I'm not
When
sure.
did they go?
I mean, it's probably been 5 years at
Oh
least.
yeah, it could be new.
If
It
not
could be
longer.
new.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Or it could have just been cheaper to.
to boat ride.
To
I don't-
boat
I don't-
ride.
Like I'm
Maybe.
being real honest, I don't think they were going for the cheap option.
Yeah.
I
there
mean,
you go.
but even people with money, want to save money.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
that's how
Everyone
you
wants
keep
to
your
save
money. I
money.
mean,
Yeah,
Exactly.
You got to
Yeah.
be frugal.
But anyway, yeah. So Austria, all
Austria.
day. There's before you guys answer. There's a trip.
Oh, I know. I know what you're about to say.
I don't.
I know you know.
I know what
So-
you know, and that's my answer. So don't say it. Don't
I wanna-
say
I
it.
want him
won't
to
say
say
I'll
it.
wait.
No,
I'll wait.
don't say
No,
it
I'll wait.
because that's my
That's
answer.
okay. I'll wait.
I
Okay,
know what
okay,
you're
you go.
saying.
You go then, because
I'll let him
I
go.
want to know what he's about to say.
Okay, so I know exactly what it because we've talked about this. In
Have we?
And
Link. Me
it's
and Pat have.
actually affordable.
Yeah, it's actually affordable.
affordable. Yeah.
So I would do the Band of Brothers tour, and it goes through all the battlefields and stuff that they.
Does it
went
count?
through.
Does it matter if I haven't seen it?
Oh my god. Just turn it off. Just turn it off, Brandon.
This is
Just
now the
fucking
Gage and Patrick
turn it off.
podcast.
Like,
Caleb is
what
no
in
longer
the-
welcome
You have
here.
never seen Band of Brothers.
Have you at least seen the Pacific?
No.
Bro, you haven't.
Me and Patrick have
All right.
binged it
Hey,
several times
hey.
together overnight, and then driven 3 hours to go to several Army surplus stores the next day because we were just in the mood.
No, like like we're calling into work tomorrow because Caleb is watching.
Caleb's
got
got to watch Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
We're watching it tonight. Call in. You're sick tomorrow. I'm sick tomorrow. Pat's sick tomorrow.
Brandon, tell them all I'm all sick.
We're sick. We're watching Band of
Yeah.
Brothers tonight. It has to happen.
I'm okay with that. If I don't have
It's
to go to work,
roughly 10-ish hours.
Yeah, roughly.
that's not that bad.
It's a mini series. It's 10 episodes. They're each roughly an hour.
when did that
Roughly
come
an
out?
hour.
I don't even know. Directed by Tom Hanks, though.
Yeah.
Really?
Fantastic.
It's about the 101st Airborne.
Yep.
So
the bloody
so,
first.
Like to add on to what Gage is saying, this trip.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're paratroopers, right? So they didn't like land on the beach at D-Day.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
parachuted
they
in.
parachuted
behind
in.
enemy
Yeah,
lines.
behind-
Yeah,
So they,
I know
they
about
still
them.
parachuted in Normandy, worked their way through like Denmark,
Yep.
and then France, Ardennes Forest, and then they never made it to Germany. They went through Austria.
And they
And
they
they,
went to Hitler's secret hideout.
Yeah,
the
they
mountains
literally
of
it was
Austria.
Hitler's crown jewel of the empire.
It
It's
was
in
like
Austria.
his-
It's called the
his-
Eagle's Nest.
Yeah.
So basically, this trip though, you fly in. It's 12 or 14 days.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
trip
it's a
is.
long
the
thing.
the highest paid one, and
Yeah.
it's still only like what $5,000.
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
completely
That's not
affordable.
bad.
Yeah, it's
and
affordable.
It's amazing.
And it's all 4 to 5 star hotels you stay in. All your meals are included.
Yep.
And your final day, so Hitler's Eagle's Nest up on the top of a mountain is now a restaurant. So your last thing you do is eat restaurant in the fucking Eagle's Nest.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, though. You know what I mean?
I do agree that it's weird, but
It's weird,
Like
but it's
you were
history.
you were eating where
he never actually
where the
made it
most
there, though.
racist
Yeah, he
man
never- he
in
never made it
America-
there.
Yeah, he never
in
made
the
it
world.
there. So they were building it as his like gift. And
Yeah.
I
But
don't
still,
think he
like-
ever actually went to it.
It is weird. I will agree, but I am a history.
The most
buff.
racist man in the
Yeah.
in history,
Yeah.
No, I agree.
or
it's
most
weird.
recognized racist man.
Yeah.
That was his crown jewel. That's
I was
kind of weird.
Like the fact that the first ever African American to compete in the Olympics, like competed
Yeah.
In
Nazi
Germany.
Germany,
In Nazi
for
And
Germany.
destroyed
America.
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking Jesse
A big
Owens.
middle
Dude,
finger.
That is awesome. That
Yeah.
is like my favorite story ever.
Yeah, and you just like they have like video of Adolf Hitler. He's just sitting there. He's sitting there tweaking out on
Yeah.
meth.
Well, I guess he wasn't.
and
He was the first
everything. He
African American
was-
from America.
Yeah,
I guess technically, like not the first ever, because obviously all the like
Well, the other ones aren't
participants from other
African
countries.
Americans.
Yeah, that's true. They weren't
yeah.
African Americans.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you just see like Hitler. He's just sitting there tweaking out on meth and
Yeah.
cocaine and
Y'all ever,
everything, and then he's just getting so mad because Jesse Owens is destroying
Yeah.
everybody from Germany.
Yep.
He's like, this
Yeah.
is the. Hitler's like, this is the master race, and then Jesse Owens is just like, nah,
Nah.
I'm just gonna blow right past these guys.
Awesome.
It's not even
Awesome.
Yeah.
a care in the world.
But
yeah,
anyway,
that-
so
that's-
basically the tour they took through Europe.
Yeah.
And they offer a trip now.
They
and you
offer a
visit
trip.
you visit every single World War II museum. They didn't so the Band of Brothers discovered a concentration camp, but it wasn't Auschwitz. It was like the second biggest. It was
Yeah, it starts with a D, I think.
Dachau.
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 Yeah, Dachau.
Dachau in Austria. So you get to like visit that.
You
like,
visit that, and it's very solemn and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, like
I'm sure
100%.
all of those are
Yeah,
solemn.
it's
Like,
very
It's
I
not
would
solemn.
like-
the whole thing.
It's not like
I
a
feel
party
guilty
trip.
even going.
It's not a
Yeah.
party trip.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
no.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, all three of us are huge history buffs. And I love history, and especially the World War II to the Cold War era. Like, that's my favorite portion of history. I love learning about that. I would love to visit that because it's part of our history. And
Yeah.
I mean, my grandfather fought in World War II. I never
When
got
like
to meet
part
him.
of the whole visiting Europe that excites me isn't the cities. No, it's not the cities that excite me. No. It's the countryside.
Yeah,
it's so different from what we have here.
Oh yeah,
but so beautiful,
so mountainous.
Like that's what I want to see.
But
that's
the mountains, like
even
Italy.
in America. Yeah. In America, I don't want to go see New York City.
No,
like I know
don't care
New York
about
City
that.
is supposed to be great. You know, like Broadway and the museums. It's awesome.
Oh yeah,
but that's
Times
just
Square.
not the top of my list.
Yeah,
like the top of my list is like Montana,
the
Grand Canyon. The
Grand
Sequoias,
Canyon's
and the Reds.
I've been to the Grand Canyon twice. I highly suggest it for
I've
anybody.
never been, and I want to go.
That is going to do so much more.
I'm taking both of you actually.
Bet.
I'm taking
Let's
both of you.
I would love
Grand
to see it.
Canyon was amazing. I
so
have a fear
good.
of heights, so I was like having a panic attack.
Yeah, I got a fear of heights.
Did you hike it at all, or
No.
did you just go?
Oh, I just went. I was with my grandparents and I believe two of my little cousins. No, that was just one of my younger cousins on that trip.
Okay.
I've also been to Yellowstone with my grandparents.
I want to go to Yellowstone.
I want to go to
so bad.
Yellowstone so bad.
I want to go to Yellowstone.
That's whenever we went into Montana, which was we just went just say we were there.
Yeah.
We looked around, and weirdest thing, we went to go eat up in Montana, and our waiter was from Louisiana.
Oh wow! What can I get y'all to eat?
Yeah, y'all want some of this Cajun
but did they
pasta?
have sweet tea though?
I'm not a sweet tea drinker, so
Oh,
I don't
disgusting.
And then
You're disgusting.
we had to drive back through Yellowstone on the way to our campground after Montana, and it's dark at this point.
Yeah.
My grandfather had to swerve to avoid like 3 different elk.
You see any skinwalkers?
No, I did not see any skinwalkers.
Oh, okay.
But I also did another trip
Hiding.
with my grandparents to see Mount Rushmore, which was also.
See,
My
I want to go to
parents
Mount
went to that
Rushmore
too.
too.
I would
I've
see
never
that.
been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went to the Grand Canyon twice, and the first time I was pretty young. I was probably about 6 or 7, and we went halfway down. Not halfway, but we went, a good few hundred yards down this trail, and we took pictures and we turned around. The second time I went, I was a senior in high school, I think.
I think you were. It was.
No, because me and Ainsley were dating.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or
it was
not
senior
dating,
year.
but talking.
Yeah.
So I was a senior in high school. It was spring break, and then we hiked down one part of the south. We started the south rim, hiked down to the valley, then hiked back up Angel something trail. Anyways, it's one of the most dangerous trails in America.
Oh, so you're saying you're like a badass or something?
I am, but so it's the
not.
most dangerous because of the heat. You can get dehydrated on that trail very easily.
That makes sense because it's so dry
Yeah.
too,
It's
right?
so dry,
It's
so hot,
See,
so
I don't know
humid.
about that. I just haven't
Yeah.
traveled enough.
So
in
you're
that
just in
direction.
a big bowl full of
sunlight.
flora.
Yeah.
Full of flora that are transpiring into the air, makes it humid, and then the sun. There's nothing to block it because you're
it's
just in
just
a bowl.
beating you down.
Yeah. And so you dehydrate very quickly.
Yikes.
And we hiked all that in one day. It was like 20 something miles, I think.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
16 to 20 miles. I can't remember exact, but it was somewhere in between 16 and 20 miles in a day. We got out, and so it was snowing when we started.
Yeah.
We got down into the valley, and we were wearing T-shirts at that point.
Yeah.
T-shirts, and we were debating on taking our pants off for our shorts underneath. And then we start hiking back up, and we got out just in time. We got out just in time right before it hit dark. If it hit dark, I don't think I had a flashlight in my bag.
That's crazy.
You had your
And
phone
so-
on you.
Dude, that's what's weird
I
is
don't even know if I did.
when you talk
I
about
did,
like
yeah, but
deserts like that, like the change in temperature and weather. Like granted, in Louisiana, it can go from like as soon as fall hits, it's gonna be
fall.
55 in the morning
From
and you're wearing a hoodie.
From October to December.
And then when you leave work, it's 80.
Yeah.
So like
I call
we
that
understand.
morning sweater weather, afternoon t-shirt weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we understand drastic changes in temperature and
Yeah.
weather because it can rain
Oh yeah.
at any time.
Anytime.
No.
But
But
it's
the
not to that
difference-
extent.
The
Yeah, it's
difference
not.
it was like below 30 when we started, up at the top of the south
And
rim.
then it's fucking
and
90.
then in the valley, it was like 90 to 100.
Yeah.
We were sweating. Like it was bad, and it felt a lot like Louisiana heat, where the humidity was at like 95, but it wasn't raining,
Yeah.
and then the sun just beating down on you.
Yeah.
And then we got back up, and it was like 25.
Yeah.
And
Another
snowy.
thing I recommend up at the Grand Canyon. So at the start of the Grand Canyon is Lake Powell.
Mm-hmm.
Best fishing I've ever had in my life.
Really?
What do you catch? Like, what do you fish
Yeah,
for?
what do they got?
Stripers.
Stripers, really?
Like striping bass?
So
Nice.
we went on a guided tour, fishing tour, and we were on a pontoon boat, and we pulled up, and because you're in that lake, and there's still these massive cliff faces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What you do is you sit the boat about 20, 30, 40 yards off that cliff face. You would cast towards the cliff, and you'd try and hit like within 5 feet of the cliff face. And then you would just sit there, and you would let that line just drop all the way to the bottom. And before it got to the bottom, before your line was straight up and down, you always had a fish.
Well, that's
Wow.
because it's so
Wow.
deep, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because if you're
yeah.
seeing that much cliff out of the water, who knows
Yeah,
how much
Yeah.
is in the
It's
water,
the
yeah.
same thing in North Arkansas with the
Yeah.
Buffalo River.
Yeah.
You fish on there. They have the huge bluffs on one side.
Yep.
You gotta actually get underneath the bluff because
So-
a lot of it is just like overset from the
Yeah,
from the water,
erosion and
from
whatnot.
the river,
yeah.
and so you gotta get under that and then let it sink a bit, and then you gotta like
Jerk it.
tease. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta tease the line and then.
So
then
I actually
reel
have
it
some
in.
friends of mine who take a trip to Colorado every year just for fishing. They don't ski or do any of that. They
Really?
fish. Yeah. So
Oh,
they
wow.
hike up into the mountains and fish.
What river do they
And
fish on?
I don't know for sure. Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But they're fly fishermen. And so like one of
yeah.
them,
Yeah.
one of
Fly
them
fishing.
builds
I've
fly
never done it.
rods.
It's fun.
He literally builds fly rods, and like I've never fly fished, but
Yeah.
that's something that I am very much interested in. Like I'd love to go fish
Yeah, I
for
would love
trout
to try that.
and stuff with a fly rod.
Yeah.
Like obviously I'd have to learn how, but that's really cool stuff. And you can make all your own baits too with fly fishing.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
no,
literally
my-
make your baits
my
with like
How do you
feathers.
catch? So
and
how do
stuff.
you catch the flies?
No,
So my grandfather has
Is it like a stick trap or?
right. You
what's
just
going
get
on?
your chopsticks.
All
and you
right.
just
Mr. Miyagi. That shit.
yeah.
flies.
Okay.
Fly fishing done.
So do you do it between
Done.
the? Do you put the hook between the wings or?
Look, it's kind of like a worm.
Oh, okay.
You gotta like feed them backwards. So you
okay.
start with the
Start with the
rear
butt,
end of
right in the butthole.
of the fly, and you come out in between. If you hit their
Right.
eyes, they'll die.
Oh, so you
Maybe.
got to go.
I don't
in
actually know.
between.
So you go between their eyes, and they'll just flutter their wings around.
So
Okay.
my grandfather in his hunting room actually has framed newspaper clippings from whenever he was mentioned in the newspaper for making flies. He
Oh,
used to
wow.
make flies. He's a
Wait,
big,
he bred flies?
okay, but
Interesting.
like he
That's impressive.
my
How does that
grandfather
go?
is a huge fly fisherman. He taught me how. Like I'd spent hours in his front yard practicing.
Oh wow.
And we go up to Arkansas to do it, and it's so.
I know
much
you
fun.
have to be in cold water, like for trout
yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
to be
yeah.
in cold
that
water.
is
yeah.
that water is
Dude,
cold
I'm
enough
telling
that
you.
if you want your beer cold,
Oh
just
my
let it float.
Oh, I've done
Yeah.
that. Like up in Oklahoma, we'll go camping at Broken Bow sometimes, and
I
we'll
love
trout.
Dude, so I was there
Oh,
2
Broken
weekends
Bow.
ago.
Yeah.
That
I
water,
love Broken
oh
Bow.
my
So
God,
cold.
Felt so
We'll
good.
trout fish up there all the
So
time. I've just
good.
never fly fished.
I'll
up
show you
there.
some pictures after this of my trip to Broken Bow. I went for a buddy's bachelor trip. It was the best. And I go up to like the Buffalo River, and that's my favorite place to camp.
Mhm.
But Broken Bow is just completely different.
Dude,
I
that
love it.
water
I've been to
felt
Broken. I went to
so
Broken Bow not too
good.
long ago.
I love Broken
It
Bow.
was nice.
Broken
been
Bow
in a
and Buffalo River are my two
I caught
favorite
the flu
places.
while I was there, which sucked, but it was great.
I
The
remember
flu
that.
or COVID?
Flu, and it was worse than COVID.
I remember that.
I've actually, knock on wood, I have never had the flu.
You're getting it
I
this
haven't
year.
either.
I've
getting
never
it
had
You're
it.
getting it this year.
I've had COVID, obviously, but I've
I say
never
this-
had the flu.
I say this every year. Never gotten the flu, and I've never gotten the flu.
Good for you.
My
buddy.
immune system is
And
just
that
too immaculate for the flu to even try.
Well, since we're on
that
the topic of Caleb,
is what they call superior genes, my friend.
I think
I eat a lot of trash.
Me too. There you go.
I think we
I eat-
stopped our traveling.
Yeah, yeah.
on
Where?
Gage, so
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
where
Oh
would
yeah,
you
yeah,
go?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you
So,
for keeping us on
Where
track.
are you going?
man.
On the planet.
On
Money's
the
not an
planet.
option.
Yeah, anywhere. So
I
we got
can't go
Bora
to-
Bora. We got the Band of Brothers tour.
So I
Well,
can't go
hold
to
on.
Mars. Right.
Wait, whoa,
Wait.
now. Hold up.
You wouldn't go to Mars if you could.
I would absolutely go to Mars. It's not on
I
this
don't
planet.
even know. I don't know.
I would go to Mars.
I think I would love to see the Earth from that perspective. I think that
absolutely.
almost entices me more than
you can't
touching
see from there,
Mars.
so you want to go
Just
to the
from
moon.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I just mean space. So like, I would love to like just look back at the planet.
Hey.
And then just laugh at all the flat earthers, right?
I'm
Something like that.
That's what I would do.
I'm vastly afraid of heights. I have a big problem with.
Oh,
heights.
I don't
Same.
care about that.
Same, I hate
I would
heights.
put that all aside to go
As
space.
What do you like flying?
Huh?
Like Gage said, he hated flying.
I hate
That's my
flying.
preferred method of travel.
And
Dude, if I could fly everywhere, I would. 100%.
I hate
100%.
flying, but it is my preferred method.
Dude, there's
because
nothing
it is
better.
safer.
There's nothing better.
I'd
It's
rather
not even
drive.
like the flying portion. I hate.
It's just taking off and landing.
Yeah, taking off and landing.
You know what that's
hate
called?
it.
There's a name for that.
What?
It's called being a bitch.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. This will be the last.
I
This.
thought he was pulling out this like
I
some
thought he was gonna
medical
pull out some
term.
medical term. This will be the last podcast you ever see Patrick on.
Sorry.
Oh, we're bringing
I'm sorry.
Patrick
No,
back.
he's never
We're
coming
bringing him
back,
back.
ever.
It's in my house, so we bring him. He's coming back.
But I hate heights. I hate flying. If I fly, I can't sit on a window seat. Like,
Yeah,
I have
no,
I
a-
hate
love
it.
the window
No.
seat, bro.
I am fucking fighting for the window seat.
No,
Exactly.
I am
aisle
looking-
only.
I won't
I
sleep.
hate
I won't
fly-
sleep.
Aisle
just-
only.
I hate heights. I am terrible with heights.
Yeah, I don't
But
love them.
like roller coasters, I can't look to the side of me when I'm on
Hate
a roller
roller
coaster.
coasters.
Okay,
But
when you're on a roller
flying,
coaster.
hate roller
I
coasters.
love the window seat.
Oh
I
no,
love it.
100%. It's just different. It's just
It-
different. Like
yeah.
I don't love heights. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I rode that new ride at Six Flags. The one that's just
Which
it's
one?
just a carousel. It just goes round and round.
And it
but
swings?
it's the tallest ride
No.
there.
No.
No,
Oh,
you go in
the
a circle.
swings.
Yeah, you go in a circle. It's all that is across
Oh.
your lap is a bar.
No,
with chains.
I've never done that.
No,
I've never
so
done
I
would
rode
that.
never.
it. Terrified, absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
But the key to riding or like heights in general is you focus on one thing. If you focus on a point, so like when we were riding that,
Do you realize
granted,
how
you're
hard
going in a
that
circle.
is
Oh, I know it's hard
with
'cause I did it.
ADHD?
I did it. Going in a circle at Six Flags over Texas, I would focus on downtown Dallas. When we turned a little more, I focused on Cowboy Stadium. Focus on downtown
Those are
Dallas.
good.
And I was
Cowboy
terrified. I
Stadium
was
is a good
terrified.
point to focus on.
Yeah, I
It's
was
huge.
terrified. But when it's flying, it's just different. Like you're just
Yeah.
like, what can I see? What can I see? What's down
Yeah,
there?
There's a
I'm trying to
cloud.
look at like it's so weird to look out a plane and see everything just in a square.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's someone's land. That's someone's land. It's like
Yeah,
we
you're looking at it.
divided up land in like this nation and I guess world into squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everywhere.
Not
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 everywhere.
everywhere. Like
Not
China.
everywhere.
No, China.
No.
They have.
Well, I mean, in the U.S.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
well, I know
There's
a lot
some-
of it's circles.
some
In,
oblong.
in Louisiana, your plot has to be squared off in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go into Texas, you're running into circles and triangles.
Yep.
But especially in cities, like the whole block system.
Yeah, it's
Like it's
weird.
just crazy.
Yeah,
we
it's
know
weird.
Shreveport doesn't follow like downtown Shreveport is block, but the rest of Shreveport is just weird.
It's
like
weird.
people that I've talked to people who have moved here, like we've grown up here, so we understand it.
Yeah, yeah.
People that move here are like, I don't understand. I can get on one road and drive for 30 miles across Shreveport, and it was a circle.
Yeah.
And they're just confused.
Yeah.
And whereas like
it's
they
like, oh,
grew
you
up
gotta
in
get off
Dallas or
on-
something, and
Yeah.
everything is a grid. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
weird.
So whenever you go out like to West U.S., that's all pretty much block
Yeah.
because that was later on and they understood more. That's why like Utah and everything and like Colorado is like a square. But like if you go to the East Coast, like you'll have Boston, which is a lot like Shreveport, where you can just drive on one road and it take you in a full 360, and then you can just end up right where you left off. The East Coast is completely like
For those of you wondering why I'm laughing, Brandon has moved from behind the camera into the kitchen. He's getting some water,
right
and
there.
he just flashed his man tits at us, and it was funny.
That's what
Now
we like
he's
to see.
mooning us.
gross. gross.
So anyway, where would you like to go?
Yeah, where would you like to go? We got off topic
Right.
again.
Yeah. That's my
In
my
the world.
signature
Also,
And
move.
y'all
on
need
the
a
planet.
drink. Y'all been slow. Drink,
On the planet.
drink
I'm
some
almost
beer.
empty. This is my second one.
Well, hurry up.
So on the planet, I'm kind of torn because I like history like you two, but I'm more of a Central American.
Yeah.
Like Latin American historian.
Yeah.
Historian. Latin American history is so interesting to me, and y'all like more of the World War II European type history.
American history too.
American history.
1877 to the present. That's me.
Yeah.
Mr. Larry's class.
My favorite class I've ever taken in all of my schooling is Latin American geography.
So you talked about this before briefly.
Yeah, you touched on this briefly.
Yeah, so I that was my favorite class. I love Latin American history. I love learning about the Native Americans that lived there. I love learning about what happened after Europeans came.
The white folk.
The white folk. And just how they built their cities before and how they built their cities after. That's the kind of stuff I love. But it would either be Ireland so that I can take all the boys to the world's oldest pub.
What a guy!
And we're all getting hammered, right?
Yeah,
of
course.
We're drinking real Guinness.
Real
Guinness.
Oh yeah.
Might even have to make some mead.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
We're going to the world's oldest pub and getting hammered.
I would absolutely love to do an Irish car bomb, the drink. In the oldest pub in Ireland. That would be awesome.
That would be
but
nice.
if you order that, they're probably going to kick you out. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. I'm only going to order Guinness, but I would love to order
Dude, I just want to try real Guinness.
Yeah.
Like I sent y'all that. Did I show you that video?
Yeah,
I know
you
I showed
sent it
him.
to me.
Dude,
yeah.
They said the real way a Guinness is supposed to be poured. I mean, I
it's
really
actually
can't
two
describe
different.
that.
It's
two different
kegs.
handles, two different tap handles. And so, like, they pour all this other stuff in there, and you're like, what are they doing?
It's like
this doesn't make any sense.
It's like a flat Guinness.
It's like it looks like cream. It looks like cream all the way up to the top. And then the next thing you know, it's settled, and they pour in the beer, and that whole glass of cream is the head.
Yeah, and then
you're like,
until the
like
head
I have
rises.
never wanted to drink a Guinness as bad as I do right now.
Yeah, it
Dude,
looks
I was
immaculate.
like, holy.
I guarantee they do it like that.
I'm
there.
sure.
Absolutely.
I'm sure. No, I mean they had the whole thing.
Yeah.
They had the little knife. They raked it off with.
So here's the thing.
Beautiful.
We have old breweries here in America.
Yeah, but
like we have
we're-
Yingling, which has been here since like 17.
Yeah, but that's just like a pilsner.
but you
But
gotta
it's-
think.
but
or a
it's
lager.
So
it's
as a
the
country-
America's oldest.
Yeah, it's America's
brewery.
oldest
Yeah, but as a
brewery.
country, we are young.
Yeah,
Oh,
we are
yeah.
As
very
a government,
young.
we're the oldest. But
Yeah.
as a country, we are very,
Very
young.
young.
Yeah,
So you
we're
gotta
young,
think
and
what
so you
everything's
think
like over
about
there.
the world's, all the world, the oldest drinking establishment. You can go and drink at that building.
Yeah, that's cool.
That
as
is
freak.
the world's oldest, and I'm talking about like from Asia, from Africa,
Yeah.
everywhere. It's the
Everywhere.
world's oldest in Ireland, which is what's a better place to have it than Ireland?
Seriously,
You know what I mean?
let's be
drinking
fair.
capital of the world. Let's
As
be
someone
honest.
who is very Irish, and I know Caleb is as well. Like
Oh, and Brandon,
You like
he
your
has
potatoes,
actual
don't
red
you?
hair.
he does be having the red
The
hair.
red hair I have is just in my beard right here. In the
Have the
sunlight.
people
I don't
people
even have
ever
the
seen Brandon?
They
Well,
have
it's gonna
not.
stay that way.
No, they don't. We don't want to. We'll lose all
He'll
our
break
viewers.
the camera.
Look, I might not have the red hair, but my name is literally Patrick Pierce. I like Patrick, St. Patrick's Day.
Very
Pierce
Irish.
is an actual Irish last name.
Yeah,
that
extremely
means the
Irish.
hunter.
When I started planting my potatoes, I had Patrick come over and
I did.
wave his
I
hand
went and
over my
blessed his potatoes.
and bless them.
I was very upset that you didn't ask me.
So wait. How did your potato
Patrick.
yield? How was your potato yield that
It
year?
was better than Levi's.
If anyone wants to pay
but
me,
Levi
I will
is
come bless your
also-
potatoes.
Yeah,
Isn't he Irish?
I think
Is
he's
he
got
Scottish?
No, he's Scottish.
He's Scottish.
Yeah,
No,
Levi's
Levi is
That's
Scottish,
right.
and
I
he fits
always-
the profile.
Yeah,
But
he
he
fits
is
the
Scottish, and
profile
he
of a
fits
Scottish
But
guy.
he has red hair, and I always make fun of him that he's Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but Scottish had red hair too, though.
They do, but
Yeah.
it's more known for the Irish.
But
and it's fun
you
to
know-
make fun of Levi.
Forget about the podcast for a minute.
What?
If you want
How
good
dare
potato
you.
yield, pay me. I'll come bless your potatoes. like
So
If you want a good yield but a little bit less of a yield than him, call me.
no.
I'm also
no.
open.
So
I'm
you
also
you
open.
asked about my yield, right?
Yeah.
So all of Levi's potatoes died. The ones he planted in the ground died, and the ones he planted
Really?
in his pots died.
Wow.
Wow.
Why?
Both
Rough
sets
year.
died. Yeah.
That's what caused the famine.
Yeah.
which made all the
Levi-
Irish folk American. and Irish.
Levi's got a Scottish potato famine going on this year, right?
Wow.
Meanwhile, Patrick came over and waved his hand over my potatoes, gave him a little Irish blessing. We had a pretty decent yield. I mean, they weren't big, but
but you also had them planted in like pots, right?
Yeah. So we planted all our stuff in pots this year because we're planning on moving later this year.
Well, like, what are you looking for though, too? Like, what are you planting? You planting like Yukon Golds and like red potatoes? Because they're gonna be small.
Yeah, red potatoes are gonna be small.
Yeah,
but that's just what you put in gumbo.
These weren't like russets or anything. They're not big.
Yeah.
I think they were like of the Yukon Gold type variety like that type. But they weren't as big as you would think. They were like very small, like the size of
like a quarter.
I'd say bigger, like the old 50-cent coins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were that big.
So perfect to like cut in half, throw it in a skillet.
Yeah. And I mean, we didn't plant enough to be able to make a meal out of. We were experimenting with them so that when we get to our land that we're moving to later on this year or next year, we can plant them next year and know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But because you came and blessed them, I'll be having you come over every year to bless my potatoes, Irish.
I will do it. I will do it all day. I love, as an Irish folk somewhere in the line, I love blessing potatoes. It fulfills my heart. It really does.
It just
like there's just something about it. Like I bless them and I'm like, yep.
There's just something in your soul that gets filled every time you bless a potato.
Oddly enough, it does the same thing when I eat potatoes. I love potatoes, dude. I'm a potato man. Fries, mashed, baked
potatoes.
I don't care. I don't care what you do with them. I'm gonna eat them.
The only way a regular one or a sweet one, I'll eat them.
No, I'll even like sweet potatoes, which is not Irish.
I'll
still eat them though.
That's Latin American.
Yeah.
The
only yams, bro. The yams.
The only way I'm not going to ingest potato is vodka. Don't like vodka.
I don't like vodka.
Not a huge
or
vodka
if they
guy.
have the green stem growing out of them. I don't do it.
This is what you do when the green stem grows out. You just take your thumb and snap it off.
I'm pretty sure if they start growing sprouts out of them, they're poisonous.
No, they're fine. Bingo, bango, bongo,
the sprouts
snap
themselves
off.
are poisonous. They have arsenic in them.
Yeah.
The potato itself is fine.
Yeah, you just snap them off.
But what you do,
I'm not gonna try it.
You can feel it when you go to put pressure with your thumb. It just.
No, what you do,
bingo, bango, bongo.
You cut that sprout out. You cut like a quarter of your potato off and
plant that's waste of potato.
No, you plant it, and then you get more potatoes.
You can.
That's how you plant potatoes. You get potatoes that have sprouts coming off of them, and you cut like a quarter of the potato off around that sprout, and you plant it.
You know that's also why you shouldn't eat like green cashews. Because it's not fully ripe and it contains arsenic.
Oh, really?
Oh, I need to get some green.
But arsenic is good, right? Like it's yummy.
No. Did you know cashews grow from a fruit?
Yeah.
Look.
They're like a legume. They're like a bean. They're not a nut.
Don't cuss at me, bro.
The cashews are a nut, but
are they? I thought cashews were.
Cashews are a bean, or they're a nut, but they grow from like this bean type fruit-looking thing.
Interesting. I don't like
cashews. Are a fruit.
I don't.
That's
like
what I'm
cashews.
getting at.
Gotcha.
Cashews are a fruit.
Brandon's motioning that we're out of time.
Well, Brandon can motion some more. We're having a good conversation right now.
We'll have like 2 more minutes. 2, 3. No, he's telling us
nothing?
No.
2, 3. Well, he says no, but I say yes.
What's he gonna do? Just end the episode on us? He can't.
We
do
can't
that.
do it without an
that.
outro.
He technically
we got to do an outro.
We can't do it without an outro. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
We had Bora Bora, we had Europe, and
the world's oldest.
No, he said Ireland. He said Ireland. Yeah.
I said Ireland, but my second one was like Chile.
Oh,
yeah. See the Incan ruins. Maybe go up to the Yucatan.
You know what we could do to end the episode? We could go to Argentina and fix our World War II and our Latin American side.
That's true.
That's
true.
Y'all take it easy.
Hey, real quick, Patrick, before we end the episode, Game of Life.
Ooh, we got you.
Got him. You got down the whole thing.
We're gonna sit here and watch this.
Yes.
Go.
No.
Ahead.
Keep chugging. Don't stop.
Chug.
Chug.
chug,
How's
chug,
yours looking?
chug,
How's
chug,
yours looking?
chug.
Oh, you
chug,
got it. You
chug,
got it.
Chug, chug, chug,
There you go.
Yeah, no, I just did that. Ryan, you colored on him.
I did mine like
the bad
5
thing
minutes
is,
ago
I
with the plan to
tried.
get both
You
of
can
y'all.
see my thumbnails where I tried. It wouldn't fucking break.
I did mine like 5 minutes ago with the intent of getting y'all as y'all got a
No,
new beer.
I've
That's
been
why I
doing
told
it.
y'all
You
to
can look at
drink.
all
I wanted
my
y'all to get a
beers.
new beer.
You can look at all of them. I've been trying. The freaking Shiner label will not rip.
Yeah, I know. I did
You gotta
mine
get it
like
where it's
halfway.
wet. You gotta get it where
Yeah,
it's wet.
yeah.
All
Well,
right,
that's
well,
all the
that's
time
our
we got.
yeah, that's our episode for this week. So, if you like what you saw and heard, please like, subscribe,
Hit that
comment.
notification bell wherever it's at.
Yep. So, I'll see you later.
Love you. Bye.
Y'all take it easy.